Oh, hey there. Hey there, everyone. It's your boy B3, back to another kicking movie reaction review. Sorry about the boxes back there. I ship a lot of stuff. But, yeah, today's review is for Jurassic World 3, aka Jurassic World Dominion. Yeah, I got some VIP tickets to see it before it came out. I saw it on the 7th instead of the 10th. But there's also, pre-showings on the 9th as well that anyone can go to. Limited pre-showings. It was pretty cool. I work with fossils, so I got like promotional tickets through that. Not through my YouTube page, obviously. I mean, look at the views on this. Come on. But it was pretty cool. They gave out these free hats, some free swag. It's pretty nice. It's got a big-ass Hardee's logo on the back. Obviously, Hardee's provided the hats, but it's fine. There were also free photos if you, did something. Not free posters if you did something on an app, but the line for it was really long and it was moving so slow because they were reviewing it on the app and then they would give them the poster, which is, if you ask me, is kind of incentivizing people to give you a positive review. And there's going to be positive things in this review. There are. I enjoyed the first Jurassic World. It's just nostalgia porn, and it's kind of disrespectful to what the franchise stands for, I feel like. Or at least disrespectful to what it took to make the first film. That could be a video by itself. I'm not going to get too much into that. But it was fun. It was enjoyable. I thought the I-Rex was a cool concept. And then Fallen Kingdom was awful. The Indoraptor was just the same as I-Rex, but smaller. Fallen Kingdom, I left the theater oh my god, that was terrible. And I thought this was going to be as bad as Fallen Kingdom. And it wasn't. It was okay. I left the theater yeah, that was all right. I'd watch it again. Not soon. But I would. If I just saw it on a streaming platform, I'd be yeah, I'll watch it, sure. So, Jurassic World Dominion. I'm going to do this as spoiler-free as possible while making my points. All right, here we go. So the last one ended with dinosaurs getting free, and now they've kind of spread all over the world. There's so much you can do with that idea, and there's so much they could do in the future with that idea, but hopefully this will be the last movie for a while. Maybe you could do more in, comic books or something. That'd be fine. But hopefully this will be the last movie for a while, and it does appear that it will be. Claire and Owen are basically the same characters they were in the last film. And by the end of the film, they're still basically the same characters. And they've kind of formed a family unit with the clone girl from the last one. As expected, that's kind of shown in the trailer. I did watch both the trailers. I didn't watch the prologue or the little short film, though. I need to get on that. But yeah, Owen, it doesn't feel like he's had any real character development since the first film. And Claire's really the same character she was in Fallen Kingdom. Feeling guilty about Jurassic World, so she's like a dinosaur activist now because she's guilty. It's the same thing. Same characters. I guess Clone Girl, who wasn't interesting enough for me to remember her name. I only remember Claire's and Owen's because I've seen them in 3 movies. Clone Girl, I guess she develops a little, but not that much. The movie's almost entirely about her, which is fine. But, okay, so when you go to a dinosaur film, when you go to a Jurassic Park franchise film, you expect it to kind of be about dinosaurs, right? Dinosaurs are in the film, but they're almost more of a backdrop. The film is about locusts. The bug that exists now, I mean, dinosaurs technically exist now, which is a thing I could get into. But the film is about locusts. That's what they're trying to stop. They're not trying to stop dinosaurs or anything. The world seems almost chill with dinosaurs existing, which is odd. I mean, they're running amok and causing a lot of trouble, but also a lot of it's just seen as almost like the way things are supposed to be, which is super weird. But there are locusts destroying the world's crops, these giant locusts. And that's the big bad of the film. Not Giganotosaurus, but these locusts. And that's really weird, going to a dinosaur movie and then the main thing is locusts. And it's really 2 films in one. there are two plots that are given like an equal amount of time. It's almost like, you know how lots of TV shows will have an A plot and a B plot? It's like that. And they come together at the end, but almost coincidentally. It's so weird because you have the classic franchise characters from the first three films, Dr. Sattler, Dr. Grant, and Dr. Malcolm, running around trying to stop the locusts. And then you have our new franchise characters, and then this other woman that they just kind of picked up along the way, whose motivations are kind of unclear and not, well, they're clear eventually, but they're not fleshed out. I'm filming this in the parking lot at the museum I work at, and my boss brought a doggy. That's very cute. I am going to go see the doggy after I review. There's a big dog. He's got a cone. Probably just. Why am I telling you this? ADHD. That's why I'm telling you this. Okay, so it's like two different movies. And then the plot with the new characters has more to do with dinosaurs, but it's not like the dinosaurs are there and attacking them, but the dinosaurs aren't the thing they're working towards. They're trying to help Clone Girl. And dinosaurs are just in their way of doing that. But it's not, the movie's not about the dinosaur smuggling. It's about locusts being an environmental threat. And I feel like the dinosaurs could have just been the threat, right? Because if dinosaurs came back right now, these huge creatures, these megafauna, they would be invasive or unable to survive entirely for the most part. Some might slide into a niche, but most of them would probably be invasive as fuck. And then the big theropods and stuff, super dangerous. Of course, the government would have people gunning them down, not forbidding people to hunt them, which seemed to be a thing, and trying to, like, the government sold the trademark for the dinosaurs to like a genetics company. And I was like, excuse me? Which is dystopian and honestly sounds like something that would happen. Especially if the government doesn't see the dinosaurs as like animals that deserve to be protected. But the government doesn't really see animals as animals that deserve to be protected most of the time in the real world. So that kind of makes a bit more sense than you'd think. So, you know, it's just so odd. And then let's talk about Blue. Let's talk about Blue. Huh? Blue is the dinosaur that you're kind of supposed to really like in the first two films. And you do. Blue is actually very fun and entertaining. Her kind of relationship with Owen is very interesting to me, which is very cool. And then in this film, she might have 5 minutes of screen time max. She's not around. I mean, it's a globe-spanning adventure. What are they supposed to do? Take her with them? No. But at the same time, it's like, kids love Blue. Here at the museum I work at, I happen to interact with parents and kids a lot who love dinosaurs. And the kids adore Blue. Adore her like she's a dog. And they're going to be disappointed when there's not much Blue in this film. But, as seen in the trailer, Blue has a baby named Beta, who is a little chubby chicken, and they're so cute. And they're more the Blue of this film. But also, they're not in it that much either. Sorry. They're not. The Giganotosaurus, I think, has a decent amount of screen time. And there is a big, cool, like, animatronic of it. But, you know the big, like, fight where they're, like, on the tower and the Giganotosaurus is trying to eat them? That you see in the trailer? It kind of has an anticlimactic end. But that's... I guess they did that because they didn't want that scene to be the end of the Giganotosaurus. I mean, we know the Giganotosaurus isn't going to eat all of them or anything, obviously. But, there was a decent fight at the end with the Gig. The fight that you all expect, probably. And the Therizinosaurus was in the film, my favorite herbivorous dinosaur. Very weird portrayal of the dinosaur. I don't know if they were going for super territorial or what, but it was very aggressive. They even show it eating plants. But it like walks up to like an animal and kills it for no reason, eats plants, and then, as you see in the trailer, like attacks Claire. And throughout the film, every time you see the Therizinosaurus, it's really aggressive. So weird how, and I guess it's supposed to be territorial, but if they would have just said that verbally just once, that would have been nice. There's a lot of fan service in the film. Some of it's fine, some of it's really dumb. The jokes were terrible. I think there was maybe like one good joke in it, and I still didn't laugh. The jokes were bad. They were really bad. I'm sorry. They were terrible, terrible fucking jokes. And so there was this row in the theater for the VIP screening for Universal Studios employees. And every time there was a joke, all the laughter came from that one row. So just the Universal Studios people were laughing at the jokes. The people that made the film were the only ones laughing. That's kind of funny. They're just laughing at their own film. So funny. It's like, haha, my bosses are here watching it with me. I have to laugh. But like really almost no one else in the theater was watching at all. I mean, there's just so much going on. The characters have no chemistry. And I really hated the camera work. I'm not going to lie. The camera work was absolutely insane. It was like, just all over the place all the time. And it made me motion sick. It made me a little motion sick. A movie has never made me motion sick. I watch found footage movies a lot. I love found footage. And it's never given me even a twinge of motion sickness. This film made me actually motion sick. That's so weird. It was, the camera was just all over the place, like this fast-paced action and stuff. I don't know. We got a lot of cool new dinosaurs. Dimetrodon was in it, which is a mammal-like reptile from way before the dinosaurs, but I'll let it pass. I don't think the general audience will care. I don't. I do think they'll care about the locusts, though. But I mean, a lot of the characters just, like, the new characters have no chemistry with each other. It's so hard to believe that Owen and Claire are a couple, because they have zero chemistry. Just zero. I don't get it. But at least the film had animatronics. I'll give it that. Animatronics throughout. Consistent dinosaur animatronics. Oh my god. I loved that. And that was nice. That made me incredibly happy. It's worth seeing just to show Hollywood that they should still be using animatronics. Honestly, it's worth the ticket price just to support the animatronics for me. I loved that. And I mean, the CGI isn't bad. It's fine. The CGI is fine. I did like the choice of dinosaurs, the dinosaurs they chose for the film. Giganotosaurus, I think, was a good natural choice for the film instead of just a third hybrid dinosaur. I mean, technically it would be a fourth if you count the Scorpius Rex from the Netflix series Camp Cretaceous, but I kind of don't. I'm just talking about the movies right now. But yeah, you know, I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay. That's really it. I do think it's worth seeing in theaters. You know, dinosaurs just are so impactful on the big screen. I was looking at the Dreadnoughtus and I was like, that looks great. And I was looking at the Giganotosaurus on screen. I was like, that looks great. T-Rex, that looks great. There's Therizinosaurus. That looks great on the big screen. Dinosaurs just have such a presence in anything, period. And that's wonderful. And the movie was better than Fallen Kingdom, I think. It's really two movies that just kind of connect at the end. And it seems to maybe have a mixed message. It's hard to tell what the film is trying to say, if anything at all. I think they really should have just zeroed in on one thing to try to make a message about. But it had the return of a lot of classic dinos. It had a lot of brand new dinos that maybe have never even been in a blockbuster film before. I even saw an oviraptor in one scene. And I was like, hey, that's an I've been big into oviraptor recently. Don't ask me why. I've just been big into it. Listened to a lot of podcasts about it. But yeah, that's it. It's almost time for me to cock in. Fuck, I'm not funny. God, I could have wrote Jurassic World Dominion because I'm that unfunny. But I mean, it was an okay watch. I say go see it. Go see it. Fallen Kingdom's terrible. And you'll have to watch it to understand this one, but go see it. I mean, I took a friend with me that hadn't seen any of the 5 previous films. That's true. She hadn't seen any of them. And she liked it. She liked it. So that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below: Facebook, Twitter, etc. I am going to head in to work with dinosaur fossils now, and I'll see you all next time.